Okay. Welcome to 4 girls, 1 kitchen, where we will teach you how to dump your boyfriend if he left you itching. Welcome back to 3 Girls, 1 Kitchen. We have an icon in our presence.
Yes.
Me, if I do say so myself.
She's here to tell you all how to find a rich husband.
Go find yourself a rich husband.
I love that.
I love it already.
Just a reminder, fan questions will be at the end of this episode, so make sure that you listen to the end to see if Mia answers your question. Thanks for coming. You're actually our first guest.
I'm honored.
And the 3 of us are such big fans of you. Like, we love you, especially Olivia, because she's Russian. Yeah. She worships your TikTok.
I know, I do.
Well, it is like the Bible.
It's the girl Bible.
It is the girl Bible. So, so I kind of got started on TikTok around 3 months ago.
Only 3 months ago?
Yeah.
You've blown up.
Yeah, it's like insane. So, I've been like averaging 1 million followers a month.
Wow.
It's like fucking, sorry I cursed, but it's
curse all you want.
It's fucking ridiculous. And it's just like, it was like, okay, so I started uploading content when I was like 13 years old because I've always wanted to be a comedian.
What inspired you to be like the comedian, like the Russian accent? Like I know you said that you had like the YouTube thing with your friend.
Yes, I'm pretty good at accents except for my own. So I'm fully Latino. My grandparents are 100% Cuban. They left because like communism screwed up the country. USSR.
Girl,
like,
that's why I went to Russia.
And then like I have like Brazilian side and Chilean side. So it's just all South American, all Caribbean. But I related a lot to Russian culture because of the fact that like we both had ties to like the USSR at one point before it fell in like 1998. And my country's still suffering from it. But it's like, it's the same. We're the same people in different fonts. Like,
that's so funny.
I just spice my chicken differently.
So
we are the same people.
You're kind of putting us, because I mean I'm like Ukrainian/Russian, so you're kind of putting me on blast because it's a stereotype, but it's like low-key kind of so true that every Russian woman, it's like I find the rich husband, I come to America. Like that is like our dream, you know, like we just want to have like beautiful blonde hair, drink our wine, and go spend our boyfriend's money.
Exactly. And like there's nothing wrong with that, especially if your country is like the chickens on the street are living better than you in your country. Like,
I mean, I'm not
now because of TikTok. So like, thank you guys. I can just like live my life and not have to go to an office. I was working over 40 hours a week, making
what did you do
$24,000 a year. I worked at a law firm.
Oh, wow.
But
that's amazing that you got to do whatever you want to do now, be a comedian.
It happened all so quick and they were so supportive of it. So now it's just kind of like I want to experience a lot more. So I'm just living in a different city like every other month.
Yeah.
That's
just
exciting.
That's the dream.
Enjoying it. Yeah. Like it's so nice. Like envy me.
I envy you for sure.
So the big question is, are you actually a sugar baby?
So I'm actually not a sugar baby. And this is like what like a lot of people when they find out they're like
they're disappointed.
They're just like
because they look up to you because they take your advice.
It's like my life is a lie. It's like I'm sorry, I'm not actually Jesus, but on TikTok, yes, for sugar babies, I am Jesus. Whole thing with my shtick is that I'll take misogynistic jokes or like typical stereotypes of like how guys may treat women like crap, and I will repurpose that and use it as a comeback. So all my jokes are comebacks. So it's like if man tells you to stay in the kitchen, be like, no, I will stay in the pantry because that's where all the snacks are. Or you could the knives are in the kitchen too, ladies. Just so you know.
There was one that you did and it just stuck with me, how you were like, if a man calls you a housekeeper, you let him. You just, what was it? You were like,
if man call you housekeeper, you have to agree. Say yes. He buys the house and like keep it.
I was like,
that is so good.
That is a good one. That's really good.
So I was like, I'll be a housekeeper.
So those are the vibes, you know. It's like, and my character hates feminism because she doesn't understand that feminism is just like about equality, but not just like financial equality. She doesn't want to be equal to a man. She wants to be taken care of. So she's just like crying like, oh, you feminists need to stop, please. Like, I don't want to get to work. Like, I came here not to work. Babushka, come pick me up. I'm scared.
So how did you develop this character?
Okay,
Was there any inspiration behind it, or?
I'm from Miami, and there's a lot of Russian people in Miami. At the time, I was hanging out with a really Russian crowd, like straight from Russia. They adopted me. We were out there doing mafia shit. No, I'm kidding. But we were out there in our Adidas tracksuits and vodka. And one day they were just like, hey, so we know this girl and she needs a place to crash. And I was like, why are you asking me? I'm poor. Like, my apartment is not cute. Well, it's decorated nicely, but I have a view of the parking garage. If you're into that. If you're into the parking garage, they explained to me the situation. She's like, hey, she'll take care of you. And I was like, a sugar mommy? Like, like, what do you mean? They're like, no, she's a very high-end, top-tier sugar baby, but she's getting into some sort of disagreement with her current sponsor, and he's freezing the card soon until she makes a decision whether or not she wants to live with him.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, damn, like, where's she from? They're like, oh, she's from the Ukraine.
That's my
sister.
sister.
I was like, damn, okay. So she stays, and, like, I'm asking her questions, but, like, her English wasn't the best, so when we would communicate, and, like, the only thing we would understand is, like, the designer brands she would mention.
Oh, so that's what you put on that, like, the accent.
It was every single day that she would come in with a new designer bag, and it was just, like, full to the rim of, like, Christian Dior, and I'm just here in my Nikes that are, like, ruined. Like,
me, I'm the same.
I'm like, I want what you have without having to do what you do, because I am not that secure with myself to be able to do that. And she was just like, girl, like, it's bad, like, it sucks, but, like, I'm out here living life.
Yeah.
So they compromised, and eventually she got her own penthouse apartment by herself, and she was allowed to only have girls over.
That sounds like a nice
got a brand new
compromise.
Porsche. She got a brand new Porsche with her name on the license plate. Like,
Wow.
it was like, after a while when she left, like, that was it. Like, she was back on track. She, like, made the decision that she was going to live in Miami, but just away from him, and he was cool with that.
So I have a question. When in that time when she's with the guy, was she seeing other guys on the side? Like, so if you have feelings for someone else,
She
as
was
a
not
sugar baby,
supposed to, though.
Yeah, you're not supposed to, but
Like,
she was able to.
She got, like, caught one time too. She took a selfie. Like, he was like, what are you doing, baby? And she was like, well, I am here with my friend right now. We're just laying down on couch and having fun time. And she takes a picture and she sent it to him. And he's like, where are you? And she's like, oh, I'm in Brickell, which is the financial district of Miami. That's where I used to live. He saved the photo and he opened it up, and when you do that, it tells you the location.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Yes. So
Yeah.
I send you a photo from Laguna, and I'm like, oh no, I'm in LA right now, or Miami or whatever. You can save the photo I sent you, and it'll say Laguna Beach.
I feel like the sugar daddies are always on some stalker shit. Like,
Yeah,
they're always
they're
always
crazy.
trying to prove that you're doing
They're-
something wrong to
yeah.
them. Because I've had
Crazy.
girlfriends that do it, and they do the same shit, fucking stalking the girls, making sure they're not having boyfriends on the side,
Right.
doing anything. Like,
Yeah.
how much time are you willing to invest into trying to prove that
they're
someone's
investing
doing
all
you
money
wrong?
in them, so I'm sure they're.
Yeah, I feel like maybe just if I have,
That
I
seems
couldn't
so
do
stressful.
it. If
It's-
I were to
that's
do
a
it, I
lot.
could only do it for a small amount of time and just save, like, keep saving up
Keep
all the money
saving,
and then be
yeah.
like, bye.
Yeah.
It's
But-
kind of hard to save, though, because a lot of the times what they do is that they'll give you, like, an Amex that's theirs, but it's like that's what you use.
Yeah, you just have to, like, constantly buy, so, like, you.
Then
Exactly.
just buy, and then you can just return.
And just return.
You said you wanted to live her lifestyle and basically become her without doing those things, and it seems like you did. You, like,
Yeah. I
stole
found a
her.
way.
You stole her identity and turned it into an
A
internet
comedy,
persona.
yeah.
And now, or pretty soon, I know you just started, but you'll probably be making more money than she was doing
Honestly,
that.
like,
That's amazing.
it's just like, it's been absolutely crazy. So I wanted everything that I wanted, the designer clothes.
Yeah.
Look at you, Christian
I have.
Dior.
I know, she's like,
That-
Christian Dior.
I have
Dior.
everything. Designer now. Like, it's like, maybe I'm not that great at saving money, but I deserve it. Like,
Yeah.
I put up with some crazy shit throughout the years. It's like, I walked into Dior and I was like, I'm actually being welcomed in.
Wait,
Like,
and
I
didn't you
can
say
buy
that you
anything
walked
here.
into Dior and they recognized you?
they're like, oh my God, are you Russian sugar baby? And I was like, yes, it's me.
So did you actually go with the character? Like, you.
No, I was like, I just like joked around with
Yeah.
them because I'm just like, nah.
Do you actually like play in character if some like a fan were to come up to you and they're like, oh my God, like you're the Russian sugar baby? Do you still play that
No.
character, or do
So-
you just disappoint them and you're like, nah, bitch?
No,
I
I like
like
how
they're like fans moms. They want to hear. It's
I
like
to fuck with them. Like I'll go in the beginning and I'll be like, yes, it's me. Like, how are you? Yeah. Like, how are you, my beautiful sugar baby students, whatever. And then I'll be like, I'm just fucking with you. And they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm like American. And they're like, no. Oh yeah. So yeah, I am 19. Turning 20 in May. Still not
How
legal.
old is your boyfriend?
My boyfriend's 30.
That's always how I've been too. I feel like we have similar tastes. Tall, dad bods, old.
Like if I see like a dad bod, I'm like, bring your ass here.
What's your favorite part about the dad bod?
My favorite part about the dad bod is just like hugging and
cuddling,
like,
right? Spooning them. Do you spoon him?
Yeah, I'm big spoon.
That's the best.
Like,
yeah, I'm big spoon too.
I need to be big spoon,
it's
dude.
The best.
I need
can't
to be
sleep unless I'm big spoon.
I gotta be petting that tummy. Like I gotta be all up in there,
that
dude.
Smushy swish.
Yes, he's like, oh, I'm gonna lose weight, babe. I'm gonna get a 6-pack.
I'm like,
and
please
I'm just
don't.
like, if you love me, you will remain.
You will remain.
I told him I don't think I will find you attractive anymore if you lose weight. Like
It's
leave your
just
smushy
like
for me.
it's not even like I'm attracted to him like as a person, but it's just like the dad bod is so nice.
It's the best.
I manifested him too. Like a week before we went out on our first date, I posted a TikTok that was like, "Hey, if you're 6'4" plus with a dad bod and like a really nice smile, like some pretty lips, like you hit me up." And like a week later, it was like we went out on a date.
Okay, did he hit you up? Or did you meet him in real life?
No, I met him in like real life.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I met him on Instagram, but like he didn't have TikTok. He didn't know what TikTok was. Yeah. Nothing. He was just like, TikTok, that's such a Gen Z thing.
What if
like,
he low-key saw it and still to this day he hasn't told you?
I don't think so, because we actually had one mutual follower and it was my aunt. Shout out Tia Susie.
Not babushka.
She's not my babushka, but she is my aunt. So my aunt's really cool. And we had that one mutual follower, and it was just kind of like, if he follows my aunt, it's because his family probably grew up in the similar area that like
the same community.
It's just like, you know, like that's like good people, like good vibes. Like it's a great area of town. Like I probably already know a bunch of people that he knows just from him living there, and it was just like that's what we bonded on, and our love for Elon Musk. Elon
How
Musk
long
got
have you
that
guys been
truck.
dating? A lot of girls who watch the show want to know, how did you get him to commit to you?
Yeah.
Olivia, a lot of girls.
Can I be honest?
Yeah. Olivia's like me. Tell me.
I was like, girl, I don't need that kind of advice.
I would say it was my personality, but that's a lie.
Do you have any tricks up your sleeve?
I got a great personality, right? But it was kind of just like, I was like, you're so fine. Like, I
you
want to
hyped
be
him
up in your shit all the time. So it's just like, I did not leave him alone.
You're persistent.
Would you say you're pursuing him or vice versa?
So it was like we were both pursuing each other. We just both, like, the day that we hung out, we both really liked each other. And it was like every single day. Like, this is the longest I've been apart from him for the past 6 months. We have never argued. It's like, we are the same personality. We have the same personality. All his friends say it's like when they talk to me, they're talking to him. So it's just like, we were just extremely compatible. And like, not only is he my partner, but I consider him like my best friend. Like, if anything were to happen, I want to talk shit with him. I want to like hit him up, like anything. Like, if I see a coke deal happening down the street, like, I'm calling him. I'm like, sister, you have no idea what I just saw today. You have no idea what I've just been through.
That's how it's supposed to be, though.
That sounds
the best
really
relationships
nice.
are becoming like best friends
first.
Yeah.
So
because you want to have fun with them and do everything with them.
Yeah.
Of course. But so it's like, if you find something that you really like don't let it go.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, play hard to get, but I'm not like that.
See, I'm like that too. Like, if I like someone, I'm simping, or I'll immediately make it known that I like you and that I want
you. If they're both showing the same level of interest, then it's fine.
Yeah.
But if not, then you got to play that game.
Yeah, which do those ever end up working out though if you have to play the game?
I feel like no, because they already have it in their mind they don't want you. So why are you gonna play a game?
He
to make
wanted
them
me
want
to
you?
play the game. He let me know, like, as a disclaimer, I am seeing 4 other people.
What?
And it was like
and
the
you
second.
won?
It
You
was
beat
I'm
them
gonna
out?
win. I'm gonna win.
We was the only. I was like, damn, we putting the Bachelor out here. No, but like, he told me like, hey, as a disclaimer, I'm seeing 4 other chicks, and this was like the second day that we like hung out. He's like, I just want to let you know
the honesty
that like that's happening. Like, I'm just casually dating a bunch of people right now to see like
You
where
guys are
everything's go.
exclusive now?
Yes, like
Yes.
You didn't feel
cut a bitch.
like intimidated by that?
Well, I have a god complex.
I'm like, have you seen her face? I think
She's
she needs to be
gorgeous.
intimidated.
Thank you.
No, I like,
But
I would
it's
never
hard.
be the intimidated type.
It's hard. It doesn't really
Yeah, but
matter how you look. Like, even if a guy told me, oh, I'm seeing 5 other girls, it doesn't matter if they're less pretty than me, less successful.
Right.
It could be other qualities that
It's
they
about how
like.
they vibe together.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, their ass could be bigger. I understand.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm like, girl,
clearly
someone
you,
get her an
you
ass.
had,
She
you
just
had
wants
the
a big
sauce
ass.
that won him over. Like, the other girls were just, he was fine just seeing
Yeah.
them all at the same time. But
Yeah.
something about you was
Right.
like, damn, I only want her.
And I think
And
it's
honestly,
also
no,
like,
I was gonna say it's the friendship thing. That's
Yeah.
That's what wins guys over when they can trust you to be your friend.
yeah.
so he
And just
told
be
me
confident.
he was seeing 4 other girls, but I never let him leave to the point that he just didn't see them anymore. So
You're like, not anymore, baby.
Did you
I
lock him
locked
in?
him in the.
Yeah, did you lock him in your house?
I locked him in my closet and he kind of liked it. No, I'm joking. No, but it was kind of just like I let him know. I was like, well, you're the only one for me because I'm like the type of person that it's like when I meet one person that I really vibe with,
Yeah.
I'm gonna see it through.
And
I'm
pursue
not
them.
gonna be
That's
a
me,
serial
yeah.
dater because honestly, when I'm a serial dater, I just get my heart broken 7 times. Like it's like
Yeah.
because I can never make a decision and I gotta let them all
Yeah.
go and it
Let them all
just-
go.
Yeah, I'm a one person.
Bye, Sean. Bye, Brad. It was nice meeting you.
Yeah.
I'm a one person girl too. I can't do like the whole
Yeah.
dating
No.
around thing.
Because you get detached from the other person, you feel guilty
Yeah.
because it's like if you have 2 good guys and the one didn't do anything wrong, it's just like fuck. Like I don't even feel emotion for him anymore because I've been hanging out with the other guy.
Right.
When really, maybe in real life, he was the one for you.
She's speaking from experience. So Olivia, we just found out how to get a guy to commit. We lock them in our house
Yes.
until we become best friends with them, and then
it's Stockholm
they're
syndrome.
attached to us. Stockholm syndrome.
Oh my gosh.
Back to your like rich sugar baby character. What is some advice that you could give to girls out there that maybe do want to be a sugar baby or actually do want to find a rich husband?
Don't let men treat you like shit, no matter how much money they're offering
Yeah.
you, because
Yeah.
there's a certain
Because they feel like
price
they have a
tag.
power over that if they're
Like,
entitled to.
I let my audience know, like, you are not free. Like, if a guy says, like, hey, are you free on Friday? It's like, no, I'm fucking expensive every day. Like, I don't know what the
No, I'm fucking
I don't know
expensive.
what the fuck you're talking about, but I am expensive. Like, you need to know that, like,
Yeah, value.
you are only expensive to people who cannot afford you. And I don't mean that
Yeah.
just monetary, like money.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like people who cannot intellectually afford you, people who cannot
that.
sit down with you and just appreciate the person that you are and everything that you've been through to get
Yeah.
here. That's how you get into like dating a Brad or Chad that will break your heart over because he didn't want to play beer pong. Like you don't do
Yeah.
that.
yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
they
like,
always say you're never asking too much. You're just asking the wrong person.
yes, and that's true. Like you're only expensive to people who cannot afford you.
Yeah.
So I use a sugar baby because I love everything that she stands for. She loves luxury, she loves nice things, and she likes to be treated like she is the queen. And I feel like to some certain aspect, every woman could relate to wanting that. Every woman wants the luxury. They want to be treated. They want to be taken care of. It's not just saying like I just want to be like useless and just have a man take care of me. It's like no, you want a partner that's gonna be there and back you up in case you need anything.
Yeah.
So that's like
Yeah.
the subliminal messaging of the sugar baby.
Oh, I had a guy ask me, he's like, so do you like expect you like to take you out on all these dates like before we sleep?
Like,
And I'm like,
yeah,
no.
I do.
Well, but Alana's like, yeah, I do. So I said, I was like, yes, but
Bitcoin.
he was like, he goes, so do you just like to go out to eat all the time? And I'm like, I don't need you to take me out to Spago for $200. Like we can go to the beach, we can go on a hike, we can go grab a blanket and go lay under the stars and
Yeah,
like
I
talk.
like to
Like
do things like
I'm
that.
a sentimental person, so like I don't need like I'm not like snobby and bougie. Like I don't need you to take me out on all these extravagant dates. You know, I
Right.
just
You
need
just need it at least once.
yeah, I just
Because
need
it's
at
not
least
just-
one.
I love how
Not
your
just
pics-
once. It's like courtship. It's for him to show you that he's interested in the effort that he's willing to put in.
Yeah.
It's not that you want to be wined and dined and all this. You're trying to see what can you get him to do. Like you're trying to gauge his effort level and how interested he is. Because of
Right.
course, if his
Yeah.
interest level is low, then he's not going to take you to do those things. So
Exactly.
you asking to do those things and him actually doing them says, okay, I can move forward with him.
Yeah,
Yeah, as long as you can afford it, obviously.
yeah.
Well,
But there's
then-
restaurants
then
that you
go-
can go to,
Go
like
to a cheap restaurant, then it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. But as
Right.
long as he tries to make it nice and special,
Yeah.
He
and
can get
he's willing to do
takeout
it.
and set it up at his house. Like
Yeah.
it could be McDonald's.
In
but
a
if there's,
fort. I
if
love
there's,
forts.
I know he goes next time we're going to McDonald's. I
if
was like,
there's if there's a candle like involved, like he tried something and it's
that's
like
cute.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
like,
cute.
I'm like,
Chick-fil-A.
it's not
Yeah.
McDonald's anymore. It's McDonald's. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like
McDonald's.
So I hate to ask you this, but could you say some of your favorite quotes in your Russian accent?
Yes, I can. So let me get into character. Okay. Never let a man define your self-worth, but if he wants to define your net worth, it's okay with me.
I like that one. I'm like, keep it going.
Okay, we also got, if man don't take you shopping in Dubai, you have to say bye-bye.
I like
We also
that.
got, if men say you wear too much makeup, it's because you have to say, you're so ugly, I don't want people to recognize me when I go out with you.
I love that. I love that.
Lana's over there. I love that one.
Wait, can you make one up for me? A lot of times I'll go out to dinner with my boyfriend. He'll tell me he doesn't like my outfit. What should I say back?
I don't like your penis, but you don't hear me complain about it.
Lana's like, I would be murdered.
You gotta be good at catching hands if you're gonna spit some game like that, though.
Wait, so what if a guy says that, like, God, are you like really high maintenance? You're too expensive for me. What would you like
I'm
combat with
only expensive to people who could not afford me. That's it. That's all you gotta say. I got
Olivia's
things
like
for
sending the text
everything.
right now. She's like, by the way, that was the last message someone said. She's responding now.
Okay. Welcome to 4 girls, 1 kitchen, where we will teach you how to dump your boyfriend if he left you itching.
I like that.
Left you itching?
Itching for more.
No, itching like an STD.
I thought it was meant like for more.
For
Like,
itching for more. Of
Yeah.
course,
No,
would
you
think
meant
about
an STD, right?
I meant an STD, but yeah, you could.
I was like thinking more money.
I am a poet, sure. It has a deeper meaning. STDs could mean many things. Just a hypothetical STD.
We have some questions that your fans sent you to answer.
Yes. Yes, we do. Do you want me to whip them out?
I'll pull them up.
Okay, cool.
Since I'm the interviewer, I will ask you. Okay, so fan question number 1, Chloe Benson. What are the biggest red flags to look for in a man?
So the biggest red flags are, hey, if you don't do something for me, I'm gonna kill myself. I think we've established that.
I've had someone do that to me before. But
Definitely.
honestly,
It's crazy.
a crazier situation than you. My ex-husband, whenever he first started dating, told me if I didn't sell drugs for him, he was going to shoot himself.
You should have told him, am I on the will?
I should have.
Am I on the will?
So that is a red flag because
Yeah.
it turned out that he was setting me up to go to prison. He was making me sell drugs to a confidential informant.
So pretty much it's a
Yeah.
red flag if a guy tries manipulating you
Was
into
saying
doing
he's gonna
something
kill
you don't want
himself.
to do. Yeah, that's the red flag.
Another red flag is if a guy is like you introduce him as like your boyfriend because you've been seeing them for like 3 months or something, and you think that you're exclusive because you told him that you want to be exclusive, and he said sure, and you weren't really convinced. But speaking from personal
I
experience,
know. I'm like,
God.
she's
I'm
very
like-
passionate. She's like, yeah, and I
I'm
was dating for
like-
3 months.
yeah. So anyway, Russian men.
Oh God.
Russian men are a red flag.
I've never dated a Russian man, and I will refuse for the rest of my life.
Dude.
I don't find them attractive.
It's just like, no, it's just they're mean. Like, they're
They are
so
mean.
mean that if guys continuously put you down and there's like no compliments, and the biggest
Yeah.
compliment you could possibly
So
say
my real dad
is,
left my mom like when
you
I was young.
look better. That was like the most compliment that I ever got. Like, I was like, what can I do to make this man love me?
Wait,
And
what did he say? Just like, you look better than usual today? Like stuff like
yeah,
that?
Oh
he's
my
just like,
God.
you look better
Like,
today.
yesterday you look like shit. Today you look a little better.
Like, he had a terrible Russian accent too, so he would be like, yeah, you look better. And I'm like, what? Like, is it like, are we lost in translation here? Like,
Yeah.
does this mean something else in Russian?
Like, does that mean I'm
Does-
beautiful and you love me?
Does this mean like I want to eat your ass? Like, I'm confused. And like it was terrible. Like, it was so bad. And it's just like the red flag is like, if they can't give you a compliment, just like bounce.
Yeah.
If they can't give you
I'm
a
so with
compliment,
that.
they are not your compliment.
Oh.
Why do you think he didn't want to compliment you?
Because he was a cold-hearted ass bitch.
He was a
Like-
Russian who drinks vodka and Brussels bears.
Well, just like say
Yeah.
like
That's
any,
true.
some guys-
just
that
any
happens.
guy,
some guys are
just
just-
say any guy who's not Russian that you could be dating. If he doesn't compliment you that often, does it mean that he doesn't think you're pretty?
No, it's just like just the way that he does compliment you. So like, for example, in my current relationship, I don't get like crazy compliments, but like when I do, they're like something that he's paid attention to.
Yeah.
It's like more like
your hair looks really nice. I can tell you got it done. Or, like,
yeah, or like
things.
he'll be like, oh, like I think it's really pretty the way that you did your eyeliner today. He'll tell me things like that.
So he notices
and
your makeup.
He
That's
does.
So cute.
So we have like 1, 2, and 3. So he like. If I have trouble getting ready, I'm like, what should I do? 1, 2, or 3? There's like a certain set of like different eyeliner things that I do, or like a cut crease that he's like said that he likes.
I don't even know what that means.
It's just like like a different eyeshadow look. He'll be like, he's like, oh, I think 2 is gonna look really good on you today.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah,
yeah. Some guys that are just not good with expressing
the
their
love
words
language,
or speaking. So it's not necessarily a bad thing if a guy can't compliment you or whatever.
right.
But they will make up for it in other ways.
Exactly, but it's like I was being treated like shit, and the compliments I was getting is that you look a little better than you did yesterday.
Yeah, that's not a compliment.
What does your dad think about your sugar baby image by not Charnay?
So I get this question actually so much. So I grew up in like a conservative household. We went to church. I went to Catholic school for a bit, but my dad is a big inspiration for me always wanting to be behind the camera because I'm sorry, in front of the camera, because he was always behind the camera. He worked in Univision for like 40 years. He was like the chief camera guy there for like the news department. And like he would take me along the sets with these really famous like Latin American creators. And they loved me as like a little kid, and they would let me go on their show and just be extra as hell. It wouldn't go on the show, but like that's kind of how I got my start, just like being able to hang out with someone who for me was a huge inspiration, Walter Mercado. He passed away, but he was like the biggest astrology guy in like all of like Latin America. It was insane. So he took a liking to me, and like he helped me get confidence. I was playing with tarot cards when I was little, like so my dad now sees that as an adult I am completely supporting myself off of a hobby that I developed as a child that he helped me kind of get the gist of, like how to set up your camera. Like you need lights. If not, it's not going to look good. Things like that. He's saying that everything that we did together, I'm getting like emotional.
Aww, that's cute.
I love my dad like so much.
Daddy's girl?
Yeah, I'm definitely a daddy's girl.
Oh, that's so cute.
So we would do this together, and he lost his job during the pandemic, and it like hurt him really bad. But during the pandemic, that's when I blew up. So I was like, look, daddy, like,
oh, that's so cute.
Now I'm gonna cry.
I know, I'm gonna start crying.
That's
so he clearly supports like what you do.
Supports.
Like because it's a character. Like it's not like you're actually like a sugar baby.
He's like really happy about that, and I'm just like, I'm like one day closer to retiring you. Like,
that's so
like
cute.
I told him like that's like the only reason why I'm like grinding so hard.
Oh, I love that. That's so sweet.
He's like an immigrant guy who like didn't speak English and like worked for so many hours a week.
That's how my mom is. So I totally
like,
get where you're coming from.
You know what I mean? It's just kind of like everything that you did for me, I'm gonna give it back to you like 7 times over. I'm sorry, I'm such a simp.
Oh gosh, she's a simp for her dad.
I'm such a simp for my dad.
More people need to simp for their parents.
Yeah. Honestly, I just recently rekindled my like relationship with my mother. You know, because she was not from here. It was really hard for me to like teach her the American culture. So we were always like distant. And I think now, since I'm at a point in my life where I'm becoming like successful, I have a podcast. Like she sees that I'm really working hard. Like she's appreciating that more, and like we've like rekindled our like connection. And just it's so dude. Sweet.
It's
so.
like immigrant parents deserve so much recognition for all the shit that they have had to go through.
Oh my god, yeah, my mom went through a lot of shit to come here.
Give you a decent life. Yeah. It's ridiculous. Imagine me like at 19 having to like relocate to a different country and like set up shop when it's like I don't even speak the language. Whatever, I could never.
So you didn't speak. When you came here, like
so I was actually born here, but
they didn't. Talking in her parents.
So my father, he actually adopted me because I have a different biological father. So he raised me as his own. That's also why like I'm super close to him. I'm like my biological father lives in Chile, but this man raised me. I didn't know that he wasn't my father until I was like 15 years old. And we always had the closest bond, even to this day. And my mom and I too, like I have a great relationship with my parents. They've always been there for me. My mom has always supported me. Like if I needed camera equipment, like if it was expensive, we would make it work. Like your number one fan. She was like, we're gonna make it work because like I don't need to worry about you going to parties in high school because I was a total nerd. I graduated super early. I'm about to graduate college now. Like I just like got through all of that. They're like, I'm not worried about you going to parties and getting lit or whatever. So I'll just, instead of having to pay for rehab later, let's just buy you a freaking camera. Like, I'm like, yeah, it's probably cheaper.
Smart. Yeah. This person seems a little confused. Naomi X Ompi, is it normal to be insecure and have a God complex, or am I the only one? How do you have both? That sort of seems like borderline personality disorder.
No, it's just relatable.
I'm like, actually, that's kind of me. Like one day I'm like a bad
It depends
bitch.
on the day.
Yeah,
it's
just
just like-
I'm like, I'm so ugly.
It's like the same thing that happened with like my boyfriend. Like I was insecure about the fact that he was dating 4 other chicks, but like my
Yeah.
God complex is like, but I'm a
But you're special, you're
shooting
different.
star.
Yeah.
I am a comet. Like so it's just like it depends on the day, but like obviously you look at yourself and you're just like, wow, like I love myself, but is my love for myself blinding me? Like, am I as good as these girls who are more successful, prettier, have the bigger ass? I will always mention that.
I wish that I had a small ass. So
Yeah, it's like, be careful what you
guys
wish for,
will
because
take it. Someone can take it.
We can switch. You can be a board for Halloween.
Does anyone want these titties too?
I'll take those too.
I know, I was like, I kind of want some too.
Like I'll buy one get one free. But yeah, I think it's completely normal to just like some days you feel like you are Ariana Grande and other days you are not.
Yeah,
not.
That makes me feel better too, because I recently was reading symptoms on borderline personality disorder, and that was one of them.
No, I've definitely tried to self-diagnose myself.
And
I've
so
actually thought
I
that.
was like, some days I will literally feel like our podcast sucks. I suck. I'm a piece of shit. No one likes me. And then the next day I'll be like, everything's amazing. I'm great. I'm better than I've ever
Actually,
been.
I
And it can
noticed
be
that,
a
yeah.
1-day difference.
Yeah.
And
It's just like a switch.
crazy.
Like,
So
yeah.
I was wondering if something was wrong with me.
No, and also don't ever self-diagnose yourself because it's gonna be like side effects
Yes,
of thinking that you're a
terrible.
bad
You actually
bitch.
do have it.
It's just like narcissism, whatever, cancer. Like don't
Yeah,
ever
it's
like.
it's because you love yourself, and it's gonna be like there's something wrong. Yeah,
There's
so
some.
don't.
No, it's not narcissistic to love yourself. It's just narcissistic to believe that you are better than everyone else, and that's coming from a narcissist. Just kidding. Just kidding.
You heard it here on Three Girls One Kitchen.
You heard it here first, folks.
That's going to be the title of the video. Mia is a narcissist.
I am in love, like how you jack off to money. Maybe
jacks
I
off
jack off to myself. I don't know.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Well, guys, that wraps up this episode. Thank you for watching. Make sure if you're listening on YouTube that you head over to Apple Podcasts. We drop the audio 3 days sooner.
And subscribe. If not, you'll catch a bad vibe.
Oh, I like that.
And you won't get a rich husband.
Yeah, you won't get a rich husband.
Or yeah, whatever.
So this is your favorite Russian sugar baby lifestyle coach, makeup guru, supermodel now. So travel influencer, food connoisseur, wild animal whisperer, professional STEM instructor, and now top podcaster of all of YouTube. And I am telling you to go find yourself a rich husband. Thank you.